The holidays are right around the corner, so let's talk about ways we can save money during this time so we can actually achieve financial freedom when we want to still, or maybe even do it sooner instead of spending money on unnecessary things during the holidays. I am Tiffany Thomas with WealthyTiffany.com, and I achieved financial freedom at age 38 by investing in real estate and the stock market. And if you want to become financially free at a young age as well, hit that like button and the subscribe button, and we are going to dive right in. All right, if you don't want to get carried away this holiday season, the first thing that you need to do is set a budget for how much you actually want to spend during the holiday season. This will make a huge difference because you'll actually have a budget set, so you know the exact amount that you want to spend instead of just kind of going crazy and spending way too much money. The second thing you'll want to do is make a list of everyone that you want to purchase gifts for. Don't forget to include your neighbors or your coworkers or your friends. The third thing you'll want to do is go through that list and determine who you can set expectations with that may be different from last year. Maybe you don't need to actually buy gifts for everyone on that list. Maybe some people don't want to exchange gifts. Maybe they're struggling a little bit and they'd rather not spend that money. So if you can actually set expectations with people and tell them, hey, I'm not giving neighbor gifts this year, or I'm opting out of the gift exchange at work, then people can have a heads up and not have to worry about getting you a gift if you are not going to give them a gift. Or maybe you have a lot of siblings in your family, so you could suggest, hey, why don't we draw names this year instead of buying for everyone in the family? And that way you're just buying for one person, but everyone still gets a gift. Or you could even tell your family that you're just opting out of giving gifts this year and you want to spend time with them, so you're going to invite them over for a game night or something at your place. Or if you have a significant other, maybe you talk with that person and say, hey, I know we really want to take a trip to Cancun or wherever, so let's save up for that and do that trip next year, and let's not spoil each other during Christmas. Just start setting those expectations early so people know not to give you a gift if they don't want to, or they can at least realize, okay, if I give her a gift, then I'm not going to get anything in exchange, but I'm totally fine with that. All right, once you've done that, maybe you have crossed some people off your list, and now you can break down how much you want to spend on each person that is still on your list. And if you are similar to me and you buy gifts for yourself, then make sure to include yourself on that list and set a budget for yourself. Keep in mind that you are working toward financial freedom, and any money that you spend right now cannot be spent later. It cannot be invested to grow over time. It's gone. And just to share an example, a few years ago, I wanted a Fitbit. It was all the rage. Everyone was getting a Fitbit. They were super cool. And so I found a good deal on one and ordered one for myself. And I did wear it for a while after that. But as you can see now, I no longer wear my Fitbit. And yes, I would be on my right arm because I'm left-handed. But I no longer wear that. And it was just kind of more of a fad. And I wish I wouldn't have spent the money on that. So if you are thinking about getting a gift for yourself, think of something that is going to bring you joy for the long term, something that you aren't going to just get rid of in a year or even less. Okay, now that we have our list and our budget and we know how much we're going to spend on each person, try to actually spend less than that. Try not to have gifts that are so expensive, but make them more meaningful. Here's a few ideas on what I'm talking about. For example, I gave my niece and my nephew a sleepover at Aunt Tiff's house, and they loved that. They each came individually and we just played all night and whatever, but it was just so much fun, and I got to spend time with them rather than just buying them some toy that's going to get tossed aside with all of their other toys. And kind of going along with that, you can give people experiences like that and just spend time with them instead of spending time shopping for a gift for them. You can do something with them that you both enjoy doing, and it makes it more memorable because you're actually spending time together instead of just giving a certain item to someone. For another example, my mom had given my great niece a gift, like a cooking set or something like that, and she had told her, come over and we will make something that you want to make. So she did give her an actual gift, but created an experience with that gift as well. Or you could even share a skill that you have. Maybe you know how to play the piano, so you could teach them a piano lesson. Or my nephew recently asked me to show him how to edit a YouTube video. And one year for Christmas, I gave everyone the gift of learning how to buy their first stock. So we set a day for everyone to come over. We did it at my parents' house, and everyone brought their laptops. We set up accounts, and I taught them how to buy their first stock, which I thought was super fun. And they did tell me later they really appreciated that and enjoyed it. Another idea is to make a coupon book. You can give people something like doing their laundry or making a special dinner or babysitting, all different things that don't cost you money, but is just giving your time instead. Another thing that I've done a lot is to frame a picture of me and the other person that I'm giving the gift to. So I just give them a framed picture of us and they keep it out and they really like that idea. Or you could even just go in on gifts together. My sister and I did this recently when my niece had her baby. We went in on a gift together, so it was less expensive for us, but we got her something a little bit nicer. And one last idea is to make edible gifts. I did this one year for Christmas. I made this rice Chex party mix thing and put it in individual bottles and gave that to everyone, and they loved it. They really enjoyed it, especially the kids. So it was just kind of a fun idea, and it was easy to do and relatively inexpensive. Just think about different gift ideas, whether that is an experience or something that you can make for them that isn't as expensive as buying it at the store, and it also makes it more meaningful. But if you are going to purchase some gifts, let's talk about some tips about shopping for gifts. One thing you can do is to shop early so you don't have to pay extra in shipping. And a lot of websites around this time, and of course Black Friday, they do free shipping, so you can really take advantage of that if you are planning ahead. And I know I have done this. I always make my parents a calendar each year with all of our family photos in it, and I make sure and order it when they have free shipping on the website or either when their calendars are on sale. Another tip is to shop online. That way you're saving gas money and you're saving time. But just make sure to look only for the item that you want to purchase and don't get sidetracked in looking at all of the other deals on the websites. You could also get on some email lists of your favorite stores that you know you'll be shopping at. They do send a lot of coupons during this time, so you can take advantage of that. Just make sure to get off of their email list afterwards so you're not tempted to continue to buy things that you don't need. Another little tip is to ask certain people what they might want or what they might need, because we don't always know what people are in need of. And if we ask, then we can find out. And sometimes they don't tell us. And maybe it's just, oh, a gift card to Target would be great. And, you know, if we give them that, maybe they could buy some extra groceries that they need. We never know. So I know that takes away the element of surprise, but sometimes it's nice to do that and give them what they actually do want or what they actually do need. Another tip is to actually keep track of what you've bought so you're not buying multiple gifts for the same person. And that way you are staying within your budget, and you can actually just create a note on your phone and make a list of all of the people and what you want to spend for each of them. And once you purchase that, then just put it in there that it's been purchased so you know what has been purchased and what has not, what you still need to get. And don't get sidetracked or overbuy. There are a lot of gifts that just kind of get tossed to the side shortly after and forgotten about. My nephew is a perfect example of this. He got a hoverboard last Christmas, I think it was last Christmas, and he rode that thing maybe like 3 weeks after Christmas. And have I seen him on it since? No, he hasn't pulled it out. So even if you think this is going to be a really great gift and they're really excited, take a step back and make sure that this is really something that they want for the long term or need for the long term, instead of just going crazy and buying all of the hot items that are just going to fade away really soon. And if you're one that goes out to eat a lot with different friends or different groups of people throughout the holidays, try to be more intentional and suggest maybe doing a potluck at your place. That way everyone can bring something and it's not as expensive. Or suggest going to dessert instead of doing a full meal. or even do takeout. That can be a little less expensive because you're not tipping the server. So plan ahead and be the one that suggests, hey, let's do something a little different this year instead of going out to eat. And if you are one that plans the family get-togethers and you usually make all of the food, then suggest doing a potluck this year instead of you buying all of the food. All right, those are just a few tips to help you save money during the holidays and stay on track to achieving financial freedom when you want to. And honestly, I've said this before, but the best thing money can buy is financial freedom. So don't get sidetracked during the holidays and don't be overspending and going into debt and becoming further away from financial freedom. Keep it in check and stick to your goals. Think about the long term instead of just the instant gratification or the impulse buys. And tell me in the comments, what has been your favorite gift that you have received or that you have given? I am curious to hear. And if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and share it with someone else who would like to hear this information. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to hit the little bell to get notified on when I post new videos. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.